Welcome to the next episode of the Trenchless Technology Show featuring Jim Rush, editor, and Dan Sisko, brand ambassador of Trenchless Technology magazine.
Welcome to the Trenchless Technology Show. I'm the BA, the brand ambassador, Dan Sisko, and as always, with me is my co-host, Jim Rush. Hi, Jim.
Hey, Dan, doing well here. Glad to be back for another Trenchless Technology Show.
Me too. And on today's show, we are excited to have Dorcas, Alex, and Harry with us from Rainstopper. Welcome to the Trenchless Technology Show, y'all. How are you guys?
Doing great, Dan. Hi, good to see you.
Great.
Good to see you guys.
Hey guys, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. We appreciate the opportunity.
No problem. So, Dorcas and Alex, we've known each other for quite some time. And I know, Dorcas, we were talking the other day about the first time that we met, and it was actually at a WEFTech show. I don't remember what year it was, but some time ago. But I remember I was walking to a particular booth, and when I got to the booth, I was looking for that person, but at the booth was you. And it was one of those things where I had never met you before, but you were actually, I guess, manning the booth or kind of helping somebody out that needed their booth watched or attended, I guess, for a time period. So that's kind of how we first met.
Yeah, I got pulled into a booth by Mike Hogan. It was Duke's Root Control. I knew nothing about Root Control, but he called and the person that needed to work the booth that day could not make it. So I got to work their booth that day.
And it just turns out that that's how we met officially.
Yeah.
And then from there, we have grown a great relationship. We've definitely other shows since then. We've had other chats, and it's been great. And then meeting Alex over time too. And I remember Jordan, who's not on the show with us today, is another family member running the business too. I've met Jordan over the years too, and Harry. So it's been great. And one of the things I wanted to show the audience today is a fun picture that me and Dorcas took, and this was from a Nodig show when we did some mock covers.
It was in Chicago. Or
No, it's DC.
oh, DC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually started in Chicago the year before and then carried that over into DC the following year.
Yeah.
So here's
Because I remember we
you guys all see the picture right now. So this was
Pawpaw and you and I did one too.
Yeah, coming out of a manhole. That was such a great idea. That was so much fun. The green screen and all the options that you had to make the pictures. We did several of them. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely been something that we've, when it all came together, it was just a really cool interactive event tied to the Nodig show and tied to the Trenchless Technology magazine. And really glad that obviously Dorcas, you really got into it, and saw the opportunity and just like, it's just at times, it's as much as we, go to these trade shows and, do the business and make the connections. It's also fun to have, do these kind of things and just, for us at the magazine, we're always trying to be a little different with more different creative stuff and just have fun. And ultimately we're all, here for, to further develop what we're doing in the industry. And so I enjoy it. I know Jim does too. And Jim does presentations for the Trenchless Technology Awards every year too, the Nodig show. So
I try not to compete with Dan Sisko when it comes to GQ. So he's got the title for sure.
I know. Clearly that outfit, I mean, you could tell you were definitely overall winner of all the GQ.
I used to just a little background on that. I used to get to judge between there was a friendly competition between Rick Gage at LMK and Dan, and I got to judge every year which one had the best outfit. That was fun. And you're right, Dan, it should be fun. We should be able to have fun in our industry, and we do. We actually do have a lot of fun together.
Yeah, and I think it's such a great niche industry where we're able to really know a lot of people, which makes it fun when you're on these trips. And at times, you know, you never think that you might be doing business with somebody you meet these shows too eventually. It just happens to be with all these connections, you just never know. Or somebody, you know, introduces you to somebody else, and it's just because they know you. So it does make it fun. It's a great industry, that's for sure. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 20 years. So it's amazing looking back, you know, it's been almost 20 years, and it's just a great industry.
When you told me yesterday that you were taking your son to look at colleges, I remember when I first met you, and your children were babies. They were literally babies, and that's how long we've known each other. And that's how I feel like a lot of us are in this industry. We get to watch each other's children grow up. You know, you guys have like heard about my kids for years and watched them grow up, and I've gotten to watch everyone else's kids grow up. So it is a big family.
I was just gonna say, it is like a big family. We're all growing, all have our stories, and it really is like you want to know about what's going on in your family, and it's awesome. And just to see people moving forward and doing some great things, and the kids doing that, and you know, it's special. It's good. So I think now it'd be great to hear about the history of Rainstopper and kind of what you guys are, how it's all come together, I guess. So Dorcas, if you want to kind of tell us about that.
Sure. Rainstopper actually started out as Southwestern Packing and Seals. It was a supply company, not unlike Ferguson or Core in Maine. My dad started it in 1973, primarily selling wastewater, you know, water and sewer pipe. I grew up, you know, climbing on pipe out in that yard out there. I grew up in this office, basically. And then based on a lot of information that my dad gathered from his customers, he saw a huge need and he saw a huge problem, not a huge need, but a huge problem in inflow and manholes. And so he began manufacturing the HDPE manhole insert and named it Rainstopper. And then 10 years later, after many studies had been done showing, you know, the amount of inflow that actually got in through manhole covers, he developed the stainless steel model, and many models that solved many problems for customers, and just about every size you can imagine he developed and began and made, and we still make them. And then eventually got into the infiltration part of solving manhole problems and picked up a line of manhole rehab products. And that was about in 2005. And we just all ran with that. You know, we just found our niche and the thing that he was really passionate about doing, which was solving problems for his customers, primarily in the inflow and infiltration sector. And he just refined it and refined it and refined it until he felt like he had exactly what the industry would need to solve those problems. And that was the greatest joy I think that he had, in addition to the friendships and the relationships, long-term relationships he developed in the industry, was helping people solve these problems. And that's what we're trying to continue to do. That's what we're committed to continue doing.
Okay. Well, thanks. Yeah. So there's been a lot of changes in the company recently, and a transition to new management. So yeah, Alex, maybe start with you. You joined the company in 2016, and Jordan and Harry following in 2017. Can you talk a little bit about what that experience has been like and how you've been able to handle the transition?
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, in short, I would say it's been a whirlwind for all of us. The transition was, I wouldn't say difficult, but it has not been easy. For a lot of us, we've had to learn about 5 new languages is what it seems like. Just business operation, just the industry that we're in, learning to work with family. I mean, it's been so interesting and so gratifying. And And so, yeah, we kind of just pulled up our bootstraps and made it. We've just had to learn on the fly. And thankfully, this industry is just so close niche, I feel like, in such a way, and helpful that we have not been lacking in resources, just with people and support to be able to lend a hand, lend advice, and really be extremely supportive through some of the early initial transition time. And what's really been helpful for us has been implementing an operating system called the EOS operating system. And this isn't a plug for them or anything, but I mean, it has been extremely, extremely beneficial and foundational for us to all lay a new firm foundation so that we could at least gain some traction within the company as we're learning, so that now we can just focus on growth and in all terms of the word, growth in new products, growth in just our reach, the geography, and learning, making the company better for employees, for all of us, and for the industry. I mean, we want to continue to grow and evolve and be creative and serve the industry in any way possible that we can. And so it's been a fun ride, and we're really looking forward to what the future is going to bring, because we're all super excited, have a lot of fresh energy to make the company just grow to a completely different level than it's ever been.
Okay. Thank you. You mentioned grow and evolve. Of course, the trenchless industry continues to grow and evolve as well. So maybe Harry, we can pose this question to you. How do you see the role of Rainstoppers in the market going forward?
Really our big goal is to offer inflow and infiltration solutions and be the #1 company for inflow and infiltration solutions. A lot of people know us just for our inserts, and they don't know that we also offer rehab supplies. And really our goal would be to keep pushing and keep innovating in both, and staying ahead of the curve, creating the curve really in this industry.
Okay, thank you. Dan, I think you had a couple of questions that you wanted to add.
Yeah, and actually to kind of go with what Harry was just talking about, Harry, obviously you're definitely the young one in the family. As the young one,
Yes, sir.
how are you like learning the business, or what ways are you like developing, I guess, to, as a young person, to kind of make the success of the company is something that that will happen, because experience is always like an important thing. And I know that there's people like that get experience when they're young because they're around the family business even in their teenage years. But like for you, are how are you learning at this point? Just kind of explaining that aspect.
I've asked a lot of questions. We've met a lot of people, and this industry is awesome. Everyone is so kind and willing to help. And so I'm always willing to say, hey, tell me more about this. I'm not really sure. How does this work? And just understanding, just to get a basic understanding of the industry and of what we're really doing and how we're helping. And that is just the resources we've gotten through contacts that have gone out of their way just to offer their personal experience has been amazing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I remember early in the industry, I was definitely one to ask questions about products and just get more informed about what is out there, why is this like something that could be useful, and it's just amazing from then to now. But it just makes sense when you're young. Ask questions and just see any aspect that could help you get better. And I think that's truly something that is important, not to ever feel like you can't lean on somebody or reach out to somebody, just to better yourself and help in whatever you're trying to do. So that's great.
Yeah, and there's definitely one thing that hasn't changed is the willingness to help. Anybody you ask is certainly very willing to give their time and help you out in any way you need it. So that's always been a good part of the industry.
So I really love that you guys are getting it down as a family and came together. And it just, at this point, we've talked a lot about the business, but I wanted to ask some questions outside of the business now. So let's jump right into it, and let's try this out and see what kind of answers we get. This is first one's kind of a general, anybody can answer, or you can kind of pipe in here and there. Do you guys still do a family dinner all together?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Is there a certain day, or is it kind of like once a week, or kind of?
Once a week on Sunday.
That's awesome. I mean, that's right there, because I figure you work all day together. It's like, after that, it's like, I don't want to see you till Monday, but that's great, and that's something that I hope you guys continue to do. And just knowing you guys, it just seems like that's something that you guys want to do, and that's just helps continue what you do and your success. Dorcas, this question's for you.
Okay.
Who's your favorite child? Just kidding. You don't have to answer that. Everybody thinks
Not
it's
fair, Dan Sisko.
We all know she doesn't have to say it.
Alex, this question's for you. Are you still running a lot?
Oh my gosh, so much. I love it. I love running. I'm kind of a runner nerd. Yep.
That's what
This morning at 5:30. It's kind of my social time is with my friends. And wherever I travel, it's always just a great connection point for people. So yeah, I'm running a ton. I love it.
How many miles a week do you think you run?
Right now, probably 65.
65 a week?
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
It's people go out at night. I get up early and run and just talk for an hour and a half or whatever with people. I know, it's crazy.
That's awesome. So Harry, his question is for you. When you're when you're not running the company business, what do you like to do?
Right now, I guess a new hobby I've picked up has been working out. I've really enjoyed working out and exercising. So taking my dogs on walks, it's been a real peaceful time towards the end of the day, and just during the day, taking a break and walking my dog has been it's been a huge almost hobby that I've picked up. It's been very peaceful and giving me time just to not have to think about anything. I can listen to music or a podcast and just kind of relax.
That's great. I mean, definitely, nice, healthy hobby, lifting, and just, but spending time with, with the dog too. That's great. My final question for all of you guys, and we'll see if we get different answers. Who is the best cook?
Ooh.
Oh,
in
that's
the
me, hands down.
in the family, I mean.
Between you guys and Jordan.
Me easily. I'm just gonna say it.
I think Harry probably is. He loves to try. He really loves to try new things and loves to make new things and just experiment. And so I would say probably Harry.
Alex,
I don't know. I mean, Harry. Okay, so Harry. Not a knock on Harry. I think Harry's probably really good. He likes to grill and do stuff with meat.
Yeah, that's my thing.
But Mom's the best cook. I mean, anything that she makes.
Just sucking up.
I'm not, Harry. Mom really she makes all sorts of fun stuff. And I don't know, I think Mom's definitely the best cook.
Okay. Well, the cool thing is you have
our mom definitely
probably like to cook, so that's good. So sometimes that helps when not just one person's always cooking, right?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you have a topic for Sunday evening dinner to figure out who's the best cook.
I know. We need to start doing a competition or Chopped or something like that. Yeah. And back to that, people are so wait, you have to go to family dinner on Sunday? Don't you work with your family? When do you ever get away from them? But it really is a time. And I'm so thankful that we really don't talk about work or business or anything like that. It really is just it's, we're fighting about stupid stuff, and it's back to just the real family dinner, which is super refreshing. I think it's actually helpful for when we are at work, to have a break in that relationship.
I
And-
think,
No, go ahead.
I think one of the things that really impresses me about the kids is the level of professionalism that they show here at the office together. They're very, very professional with everyone, with me, with each other. And then when we have our Sunday dinners or when we're hanging out somewhere else, they're just regular siblings. You know, they revert back to their siblings. But here, they're very respectful of each other and really treat each other as peers and professionals.
That's great. Well, that's the end of my questions. So,
Well, so what's something that you, Jim, and you, Dan, are both looking forward to or excited about right now? Whether it's like in the next 10 minutes or, you know, in a month or whatever. What are you guys looking forward to right now?
Jim, you want to go first?
Well, sure. We talked about this on our last show. It just we've been so indoors, you know, kind of not meeting people like yourself out at shows and things like that. So just being able to get out and meet people face to face again is probably one thing that I would miss most and look forward to doing again.
Yeah. I mean, I look forward to a trade show one day, but, you know, also just not wearing a mask, you know, just being a little more not restricted, I guess. I actually started working out again. So Harry, I kind of got on that boat. I really haven't been wanting to necessarily be at a gym, but I started doing that. And I got back into playing basketball too. So I'm having more interaction, which I think has been helpful because, you know, I've been working from home and it's been different. You know, I've always enjoyed, I used to get excited when I had to, you know, a trade show was coming up, especially when we had a gap of like no shows like all summer or whatever, then maybe like a WEFTEC or even from like, you know, fall to like beginning January, February, like it's been like 2-3 months. I haven't been like out to a trade show to kind of see what's going on, but just have the interaction. And, you know, we missed a lot of shows this year where it definitely has been different. And, so, I mean, like I'm getting some things on the personal side, I think, changing a little bit. I would like to go into a store without a mask, but I know that's the right thing to do. Plus, I think just trying to talk to a mask at times where people can't understand. You get the mask, you got the plexiglass, you got their, I mean, it's like, you know, just trying to communicate without a mask would be different at times.
I was talking to a friend this morning, and he was sharing how his coworker came back from lunch, and his coworker was, you know, having to wear a mask and talking to the person at lunch, or, you know, I guess the person taking his order, and they couldn't understand what he was saying. And so after a couple times, he finally like pulled the mask down. They were like, no, sir, you need to pull your mask back up. Like, I can't win. You can't understand what I'm saying, but I have to keep the mask on. Like, how does this, what am I supposed to do? It's such an interesting time for sure.
Yes, it really is. And
fogging up the glasses is like a big,
Oh, yes.
I can't figure that one out. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I can't imagine dealing with that. I think I've had sunglasses on just a couple times with the mask, and I'm like, this is not fun. This is bad. So I don't wear glasses on a regular. So, you know, there's just so many things where it's just would like to be back to a more regular flow of life, I guess. But we'll get there. You know, I always think, you know, you got to keep looking forward, keep being positive, and we'll get to that day, and that'd be fine. For now, we are functioning, we are moving forward, we're you know, we're making the most of it, and hopefully everybody is feeling that the same kind of positiveness where, you know, we're going to be okay. So
and it's created opportunities and things like this, you know, that may not have happened as quickly or would have, you know, ever even had an idea to create, you know, all of these now virtual kind of portals and opportunities and spaces for connection, which is just so cool.
Yeah.
So thank you for providing the opportunity to do it.
No problem. You know, Dorcas and Alex, you know, I really feel like, I think you guys know you have a special place in my heart. You know, we definitely known each other for a long time, but there's definitely a lot of respect and appreciation. So I just want to let you guys know that. But I just want to thank you guys for being on the show today with me and Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank you guys for having us. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Hopefully we'll get to see each other in person next time soon.
I hope so too.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Dan and Jim. And Dan, thanks for, I'm just glad to see you virtually still dressing snazzy. And, you know, all of us here at Rainstopper love you guys. We love Trenchless technology and really do appreciate this opportunity.
Thanks.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Well, that was a great video chat with the Rainstopper family. We definitely want to thank Dorcas, Alex, Harry, and Jordan, who wasn't here today on the video, but he was probably definitely taking care of the business back at home. So what we really appreciate them being on our show. And that's our episode for today. So I want to thank everybody who watched. And, this is the Trenchless Technology Show. We'll be looking to drop a special Halloween episode next. So be on the lookout for that.
It'll be a fun one.
It will be. We will be in costumes. So it will be definitely fun to kind of see what we have planned and what we are dressed up in. Until then, this is Dan.
And this is Jim. Until next time.
Thanks for watching today's episode of the Trenchless Technology Show with Jim Rush and Dan Sisko. If you like what you saw today, click subscribe and the bell to get notified when our next episode drops. And be sure to tell all your friends in the trenchless industry to subscribe too.